morning, and thank you for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We've got a great show for you guys today. We're going to be covering the Denver Broncos, Tennessee in name, image, and likeness, FuboTV suing Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers, and make sure you stick around for later in the show when we'll be diving into the oddities of the day. Before we start, I'd like to ask that you guys like and follow the show. We get a number of questions from the viewers that comment during the show, so to ensure that your question gets read on the air, I ask that you use the tips and donation link with your question. The tips and donation link is streamelements.com/gsmcsportsnetwork./tip. This puts your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show. Hello, Tate.
Hello, Faith. Boy, I'm looking. It's kind of weird. Okay, we got to share with everyone what went down here.
Yeah.
My camera started going kind of weird right when we were about to start the show. So it started going from normal to green, normal to green. So I had to change cameras on the fly. As we change cameras on the fly, you get to see a little bit more of my world.
Yeah, I told Tate, I was like, you sure you don't want to be the Hulk? I mean, your screen keeps turning green.
It just kept turning green, and
Hulk
green
smash.
it doesn't go with my color scheme today. No Hulk smash here.
Behind the scenes, I told Tate, I was like, is it really a Monday on our show without any technical difficulties? Because I feel like we always have something on Monday, always.
I know, and it's weird. So I'm like looking at this, and it's like it shows a lot of my office, which so things like on the right side over here, one of my display cases, and the picture you see TV here, another display here, which is kind of weird to share all this. I feel like I'm sharing too much behind the scenes.
You feel exposed.
I feel exposed.
Oh goodness.
Oh, so it's already been an interesting day for Faith and
I.
It started out with a private conversation between Faith and I about the world of GSMC as it grows. And then on to my camera turning into the Green Hornet.
Yep. I actually fixed all my issues, and now you're having issues.
I know. Thank goodness I have like 40 million cameras around here.
That is a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, so you get to see everything.
Yep.
So let's do this.
All right.
I don't quite know what I'm getting myself into in general today.
So apparently the Broncos are going to
The Broncos.
The Broncos, excuse me. The Broncos are going to be aggressive and search for a quarterback. NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero, I
don't know him.
Okay. Offered some interesting nuggets on Friday's Rich Eisen show. Pelissero
Rich Eisen, okay.
Eisen, yeah. All options are on the table for the Broncos at quarterback. He said he can't rule out Russell Wilson possibly returning to the Broncos. Pelissero also said the track record of Sean Payton is he hasn't really played with a rookie quarterback. Pelissero added that doesn't mean Payton won't this year, but he only has done it once in his years as a head coach, and that during the COVID year when he rolled out Ian Book. So I don't know.
Okay.
Are going to be aggressive? What does that mean? What does that statement mean?
Wow, Faith, that was an easy one. Okay.
What does that mean?
It's kind of like Jerry Jones saying he's going all in on this season, meaning he's going to be this. But when someone says going to be aggressive, meaning they're going to aggressively look for their next quarterback, meaning, they're going to interview a lot of candidates. They're going to review a lot of different options at quarterback because they're determined to find the quarterback of the future for them. And who are they gonna go into the season with? Their are they gonna go in with a brand new quarterback? Are they gonna stay with the old quarterback? Are they gonna go out and draft a new quarterback? They're saying they're putting major emphasis on finding a quarterback.
That's a given, right?
No, it is not a given.
No?
Absolutely not. There's some teams, they go into the season like, let's use the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking about a quarterback. That's the last thing on their list of things to pay attention to is a quarterback. They got Patrick Mahomes, and they're not aggressively looking for anyone to replace Patrick Mahomes. You get me? You get where I'm coming from? Mm-hmm. Where Denver ended the season, Denver was doing well. And then Denver came, Sean Payton, which is the coach of the Denver Broncos, came to Russell Wilson and wanted him to change his contract and opt out of the injury clause and all of this stuff. And he said no. And so they threatened to bench him, but they were on like a 5-game winning streak. And then it all went south, and then they ended up benching Russell Wilson. And the whole concept of the fact that this is the second time I heard Sean Payton and numerous other reporters talk about how one of the things they're not, ruling out is bringing Russell Wilson back. If I'm Russell Wilson, I'm flipping you the bird. I almost did it on air, and I was like, "Ooh, camera can't be dropping a single, instead of the deuces, a single out there." Because the Broncos were doing well. They were on a 5-game winning streak, and Sean Payton pretty much blew up last season by coming to Russell Wilson and trying to force him to change his contract mid-season, which is not something that is allowed.
Yeah.
Then it totally dismantled their team. They went on this big slide. He ended up getting benched, which really made Russell Wilson look bad, made the Broncos look bad. And honestly, and the fact that Sean Payton is talking about not ruling out bringing back Russell Wilson makes me question Sean Payton as a leader and a coach. It's kind of like when people look at Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, and people are starting to say, hey, is it Belichick or is it Brady? Mm-hmm. Well, when I look at the kind of the way Sean Payton is handling this Russell Wilson thing and how dysfunctional the end of the season is, it is starting to make me wonder, is it really Sean Payton, or was it Drew Brees that kept that organization under control and moving in the right direction? Because I look at what they did. They literally were in playoff contention. They weren't in Super Bowl contention, but they were in playoff contention. And because of Sean Payton's action, it derailed their season and where they could have been. No one knows how far they could have made it because, you shattered the confidence of your quarterback, which is the leader of your team and the leader of your locker room. Then you bench him, which gives a definite sign like, hey, we are not trying to make the playoffs, which then dismantles it messes with the psyche of the team. It looks bad. And I'm sorry if they come back there with, after all of this, and they come back with, hey guys, we left no stone unturned, and we're coming back with Russell Wilson, the same guy we had before that we kind of screwed everything up with. We're gonna bring him back. That's kind of like saying you got a girlfriend or a wife, and you're like, oh, I can't stand this so and heck with her, and
You put all the business out on the street. You take her clothes, you throw it out on the street, and then at the next family reunion, it's like, "Hey, baby, come on in here. This is my wife."
Yeah.
No, you've already caused the damage at that point. No matter what, you cannot bring Russell Wilson back. I would like to see Russell Wilson go to the Steelers. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
You don't think Russell Wilson will return then?
Well, see, here's the thing. It's kind of, I'm going right back to my original analogy about the girl or the wife or the girlfriend. You're like, you know what? I don't want her. Toss her out on the street, throw her stuff out. Then you start hearing from her lawyers and you realize, oh, I don't have a prenup. Oh, I got this much in alimony payments. Oh, it's going to cost me a fortune to part ways with her. Ooh, maybe we need to patch things up. Well, that's the same thing that's going on with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has a contract that is incredibly expensive. He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. And the cost of releasing him is going to hit the salary cap incredibly hard, which means they're not going to be able to sign a lot of other players. It's going to set that franchise back. Now they're looking at it and they're going to break up to make up now. They realize, oh, maybe we should not have thrown mud on Russell Wilson. And then you go back and you start watching those games and you're like, whoa, our problem wasn't this year Russell Wilson. Our problems was a lot of other things. But it makes me look at Sean Payton a different way. And many people, including myself, have always looked at Sean Payton as one of the more elite coaches. And I watched the way he handled the situation, and there's cause for pause. Is he really that great of a leader? Because the way he handled this is less than spectacular to absolutely horrible. And now you're looking around and you're talking about, it is February, about to roll into March, and you're talking about maybe we're not ruling out bringing Russell Wilson back after you done threw dirt on him and tossed him out on the street.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, if you're going to swallow your pride, they have to at least draft a quarterback. And there are a lot of really good quarterbacks in this draft. I think when they start looking at what they can get for Russ, there's no trade market for Russ. No one's going to give you a first or a second or even a third round pick for Russ because of that contract. That contract is the albatross around anyone's neck who wants him. So if you're gonna make lemons out of lemonade, that's kind of a lame one. But the fact is, they should stay with Russ. They should have never done what they did with Russ, but they should draft a quarterback. You could have a quarterback learn behind Russ. Russ has always been a good guy, and start building for the future that way. Because the alternative is that contract hit is going to be crippling for the Denver Broncos. So that's kind of the situation. But Sean Payton handled it wrong. And the fact that, like I said, now that you go back in hindsight and you look at them talking about one of their options, they're not ruling out that Russell Wilson out, shows he is wrong. But I personally think I would be definitely looking at drafting a quarterback in the first round. Even if they didn't handle it wrong, to get your quarterback of the future, which wouldn't, with the contract that Russ has, which is going to be a huge dollar figure against your salary cap, bringing in a rookie quarterback on a low pay scale that maybe can learn behind Russ, and Russ can teach him how to be a professional, how to read defenses, things of that nature. It can be you can make a bad situation good, because you could have your future and maybe part ways a little later on. But I just think it was a tacky way that Sean Payton handled it, and there was no excuse for it.
Do you have like a list of who you think would be a good candidate to go in as a rookie for Denver?
I don't know. It depends on where JJ McCarthy ends up in the draft. That's Michigan's quarterback. I think he is the steal of the NFL draft. There's a lot of other quarterbacks out there. The reason why there's a lot of questions about JJ McCarthy is the fact that he played for Michigan. Michigan was a run-first offense. It was hand the ball off, first down. Hand the ball off, second down. Oh, it's third and medium, third and long. This is a passing down. Oh, we're going to hand it off again. So they were a very pass-heavy offense. But whenever he was called upon, he always performed well. He handled pressure well. He fits all the size, the way he commands an offense. He has all the tools. It's not about what he did. He didn't set records in college. It's how he did the job. He ran the Michigan Wolverines as a quarterback, better than almost anyone in the country did. And I think he has all the tools to be a superstar. I truly do think he's the steal of the draft. I like Caleb Williams and J.J. McCarthy. Those are the two quarterbacks that I personally like the best. So,
all right. Well, either way, they're going to have to pay that man a lot of money whether he stays or not. So
yeah, he's gonna. He's Russ is set. Russ is absolutely. This contract is a big.
They owe him $39 million, whether he's on the team or not.
Yeah, that's just for this year. That's not for next year and things of that nature. That contract is it's like, I don't know all the details of that contract, but it's like $100 and something million total.
Got some alimony to pay if y'all go.
Listen, before that's one of those things you got to make sure you want to get married before you,
right?
Because the breakup is a doozy.
Breakup's a doozy, especially in the football world.
Yes. And anyone that want to marry Faith, if you get rid of Faith, it's going to cost you too. Sorry, Faith had to put you in there too. Faith is the Russell Wilson of the marriage world.
All right.
You're like, I don't even know how to answer that.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, guys. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about Tennessee and name, image, and likeness policy.
I like it.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about the Denver Broncos being aggressive in a search for a quarterback, and now we're going to be talking about Tennessee and the name, image, and likeness policy. But before we do that, I just wanted to remind you guys to like and follow the show. We get a number of questions from viewers that come in during the show, so to ensure that your question gets read on the air, I ask that you use the tips and donation link. That link is streamelements.com/gsmcsportsnetwork./tip. This puts your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show. Ooh-wee. Okay, so...
Ooh, Faith is on a Monday mode. She had to take a breath on that one.
So, before I dive into this, I just want to say, the more stuff that comes out about the name, image, and likeness policy with the NCAA, man, it's like reality TV. I'm just sitting here with
crazy,
my popcorn, shoveling. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
Are you noticing? It's not like every other week. It's every other day.
Yeah, no, it's literally almost every day, and it's something new.
By the way, one of the stories I told you, I'm like, man, I kind of wanted to redo our line of shows. I mean, what we're going to cover today, because another story popped off.
Those are more stuff already.
Yes, and we got stuff in the chamber for tomorrow, which is nuts.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, Tennessee has been granted temporary injunction by a federal judge as the NCAA loses ability to enforce the name, image, and likeness policy. The NCAA rules bearing in the use of name, image, and likeness compensation in recruiting received a blow in federal court on Friday as a U.S. district judge granted a temporary injunction in a lawsuit stemming from the NCAA violations investigation with Tennessee. The injunction stops the NCAA from enforcing any rules relating to third-party negotiations on name, image, and likeness compensation until a final decision is reached in the case. Attorney generals from Tennessee and Virginia sued the NCAA on January 31st on antitrust grounds amid news that the University of Tennessee was under investigation for multiple alleged Level 1 infractions. The NCAA's case against Tennessee and football centers around quarterback Nico.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Who signed a name, image, and likeness deal that's believed to be in the $8 million range. Excuse me.
It's good money if you can get it.
Yeah. The court's grant of preliminary injunction against the NCAA's illegal name, image, and likeness recruitment ban ensures the rights of student athletes will be protected from the duration of this case, but the bigger fight continues, said Tennessee Attorney General. We will litigate this case to the fullest extent necessary to ensure that the NCAA's monopoly cannot continue to harm Tennessee student athletes. The NCAA is not above the law, and the law is on our side.
Okay. Another one bites the dust.
I saw this coming, honestly. I saw this coming. You can't
I agree.
pick and choose who you want to say you can do this and you can't do this. And it seems like they were picking on Tennessee and Virginia. And
this is what the NCAA does. This is why people are coming out against them.
Yeah.
You know, they pick and choose who they're going after. Almost every major college football program in the country was doing this, but they decided to go after Tennessee.
Right.
Well, now you got a bloody nose. Again, you've lost another lawsuit. You know, it'd be different if they were the only ones that were doing this. They kind of used Tennessee as kind of like the test balloon. And then we're going to use the root, you know, and then use that to kind of punish everyone else. And they weren't expecting other attorney generals to be like, oh, no, we're going to jump on this, too. You know, and they keep passing down these different rules, which is just weakening the NCAA, weakening them. And what they need to do is just roll over. You ever have that little dog with the big floppy ears and he just runs and he just like, oh, screw it. He just rolls over like, go ahead, just scratch my belly. It's over. Well, that's the NCAA, just not as cute as that dog. You know, they keep making decisions that are really making them look bad.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get out of the name, image, and likeness business altogether.
Yeah.
And they need to stop passing ridiculous rules. Like go ahead.
If they want to like change the whole like name, image, and likeness stuff, form up a new contract, and whatever contract you have right now, when that's finished, push that out if that's what you want to do. But you can't.
That's kind of what the Ohio State and Georgia, I keep saying Ohio State, SEC and the Big Ten are kind of looking at. That's why they're working together on trying to figure out how to put the college football playoff together, how to handle name, image, and likeness. Personally, the best solution for, like, I can give you the solution I would have college football stripped from the NCAA. The NCAA no longer regulates college football. All the college football powers come together. They create an organization. They bring in a commissioner. They have a commissioner that kind of oversees it, like a Roger Goodell. And they put in rules. They make it so there's a salary cap, so the schools can pay the players. The schools can pay the players a certain salary. You're playing at the school, you got a 4-year contract with the University of Georgia, and this is what you get. The whole name, image, and likeness, get rid of all of it. You're an employee of the University of Georgia for the next 4 years. You have an agent, and it's just like LeBron James. You have a contract with the Lakers, but you can go out and do a Nike deal. You can go Adidas deal. That's separate from college football. Take college football completely out of the endorsement game. This whole name, image, and likeness is silly. If you want to sell your image and likeness the same way an NFL guy or an NBA guy or a Major League Baseball guy, go ahead, but make these players employees of the school where they get a salary. You could put in a salary cap. You can put in rules and regulations to manage it. That takes care of name, image, and likeness. That takes care of the transfer portal. It takes care of everyone. Now players could have a pension, a retirement fund. They're getting paid to play, and no coach has to worry about, oh, Jimmy's gonna leave because someone offered him more money. Well, guess what? Jimmy got a contract with the University of Georgia that says he's gonna play there for 3 years or 4 years or 2 years. It's up to whatever they sign him to for XYZ amount of money.
That would change the portal, though, right? The transfer portal.
Well, the transfer portal wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Everyone would be under contract. Hey, at the end, let's say you're a University of Georgia quarterback and you only sign a 2-year contract, $1 million a year for 2 years. At the end, you're a junior. At the end of that 2 years, you're a free agent. You can go to whatever school you want to go to. If you go to the University of Georgia and you sign a 4-year contract, you're under contract for 4 years, but there's no transferring at that point. Then it's up to the player. Hey, do I want to sign 4 years here, 2 years here, 1 year here? That would be your decision at that point. It controls the transfer portal. It eliminates name, image, and likeness. It makes it so a commissioner runs the whole thing and takes the sponsorships and all these guys out of the business of trying to control college football. It's nuts. Also, the NCAA keeps passing all these really dumb rules. Like recently, last week, they passed the rule where there are no more photo shoots for kids who come on campus now. So let's say you're thinking about going to the University of Georgia. Before, they would go there, you get a room, they get you a room that you're staying in. They take you around campus. They take pictures with you and take, all this stuff. And, they put it out there. Oh, we had, this guy come on campus. And then you go to your dorm room that you're staying in for that weekend while you're there. and you know how like in college they kind of decorate the room with, you know, University of Georgia, and they put some swag out on the bed, and you made some glitters and this and that. And seriously, they made a ruling on that. That's not allowed anymore. The NCAA passed a rule that you can't decorate their rooms anymore. That's illegal. You sprinkle some glitter on somebody's bed, that's an NCAA violation now.
So they just want them to stay in a plain
white
cinder block dorm room.
Yeah, you can't put a brochure. You can't put a brochure on the bed and a little Georgia Bulldog stuffed animal on the pillow and some glitter on there. No, that's illegal now. That's the kind of stuff that the NCAA is passing rules on that make no darn sense, and it's making them look bad. Pass laws that matter, something that's really going to have a real effect. Whether you can get a hamburger or not, a coach can't buy you a hamburger, or he can't text you because he texted you 3 times earlier. You can only spend, you know, this many hours a week with you. You have 20 hours of time you can be with them, and then you have so many text messages. But then you're counting, they have these rules on how much you can talk to them, how much practice you can, how much time you can be with them. But if a kid goes out and does something wrong, the school is held responsible, but you're only allowed to be around them so many hours. But if they do anything on those off hours, that's a lack of institutional control. Many coaches have gotten fired for things the coach was not even there, but because of the way it's set up, the NCAA has just been this is the reason why these schools and a lot of these newspapers and broadcast companies are like, just take the NCAA out of college football. And I know the NCAA does a lot of good things, but I don't think they really step back and say, is this important? What's the really important thing? It's just kind of like, you know, hey, we don't want you getting a cheeseburger. We don't want you having glitter on the bed. You can't have any gummy bears on the table with you know, the cow bear gummy bears. Nope, you can't have that. That's a violation. It makes no sense. What is going on with it just needs to be overhauled completely. This is kind of why, even though I don't like how the SEC and the Big Ten are kind of throwing their weight around, ultimately, it's kind of one of those situations where by them throwing their weight around, it just makes it closer and closer to a situation where they're going to have to break away from the NCAA. And I think the best way to save college football is to break away from the NCAA. Faith is like, all right. She has that look like interesting.
I'm just like, I'm processing all of this because it seems like they're not learning their lesson. It's like they just keep adding.
How many losses are they going to lose in court?
Adding stuff, right? You'd think after like the 4th court case that you've lost, you'd maybe stop doing things.
Yes,
like that,
maybe circle the wagons and start making like there was no reason to go after Tennessee on this one. I felt like there were literally every major Division I football program in the country, even some Group of 5 schools are doing this. University of Tennessee, you're the one we're going to go after. Why us? So then next thing you know, it's like, you know what? You come after us, we're going to come after you. Hey, we're going to bring in Virginia. And as this keeps going on, they keep fighting this. There are going to be other attorney generals that are going to start getting involved in this. I still believe that's going to happen.
There are repercussions to your actions.
There's consequences and repercussions.
Yes. So stop picking on everybody.
Yeah, and it just makes them look so bad.
It does.
It really does. It doesn't put them in the best light, and they've been losing the PR battle for like 20 straight years. Get some the NCAA needs some feel good moments right now, or a hug or something, because they're just making the wrong decisions on the wrong battles to fight.
Yeah. It kind of is like, you went through a breakup and you're being really petty, and so you're doing all this stuff to like try and make the other person mad, and they're just not succeeding.
It is just like, listen, and the Big Ten SEC is just looking over there like, you know what? Should we just leave this fool? I'm waiting on it. I truly do think, unfortunately, there is consequences, repercussions for even that. And there could be there's going to be a number of schools that may get left behind. But football breaking away from the NCAA, I think it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. There's been so many things and so many dominoes that have started to fall that breaking away from the NCAA just makes more sense.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, with that, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about FuboTV suing Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers. So stick around.
For the best and latest podcasts available anywhere, go to the podcast app on your cell phone and type in GSMC to access free content-rich podcasts on health and wellness, book reviews, sports, entertainment, relationships, social media, movies, technology, finance, and even weird news. Subscribe and download the GSMC Podcast Network's family of shows, available everywhere podcasts are found.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier we were talking about Tennessee and name, image, and likeness, and now we're going to be discussing FuboTV suing Disney, Fox, Warner Brothers, and others, alleging anti-competitive practices. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All right. Fire away, Faith.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I honestly forgot about FuboTV.
Wait. I had to look up FuboTV.
You didn't know what it was?
I have seen, you know how you're going through on your smart TV and you're looking for different apps for movies and things like that?
Yeah.
So I've passed by FuboTV, but I didn't really even realize it was a real thing. Like, Fubu.
I forgot about it. One of my roommates used to have
TV.
One of my roommates used to have Fubo, so like if we were at the house for sports, so we would watch the Georgia game on Fubo if we were like at home and didn't go to the game.
I didn't know they made those kind of people.
Yeah. So but I honestly forgot about it until I saw this stuff, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot there already is a sports streaming service.
Okay, so I actually had to dive in and find out who the heck FuboTV was, because I just seen the app and I didn't even know they had sports. I thought maybe they had, like, I don't know, underwater basket weaving, something like that. I didn't. So they actually had like real like NFL and
I don't know about NFL, but I did watch a couple college football games on Fubo. So yes, they have. Wow. They have sports.
They didn't get my subscription, as you can tell, because I did not know. So
I found out it's a little pricey, so I didn't know how expensive it was. It's a little pricey, so.
Well, now it won't be pricey. They got real competition now.
Yeah. Okay.
So what did it say about this? What does it say in here? Let me hear about this.
So FuboTV, a live TV streaming platform, has launched a civil lawsuit against Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery, alleging that the media companies have engaged in anti-competitive practices for years, and they are continuing to do so through combined sports streaming app they intend to launch later this year. The lawsuit filed in federal court in the Southern District of New York also names ESPN and Hulu as defendants. In the suit, FuboTV, which has been in business since 2015, alleges that the companies have engaged in a campaign that has resulted in suppressed competition in the U.S. sports-focused streaming market, causing harm to FuboTV and its customers, and the company's latest joint venture will continue to suppress competition. Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery announced this month that they will be collaborating to launch a direct-to-consumer streaming app that will allow customers to pay for access to all the sports they broadcast across 14 combined linear channels. FuboTV says the companies have forced it to accept bundling requirements to be able to broadcast certain content and imposed licensing fees above the market rate, which has led to higher prices for consumers. The company's behavior, FuboTV said in the lawsuit, was a way to stymie Fubo's business and growth. So, but like I said before, while reading this, I found out. So the joint streaming platform that Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers want to do, they said it monthly would be in somewhere between $30 to $50 a month.
They can have my $30 to $50. I'll sign up for that sucker right now.
Fubo TV charges $80 a month.
Who are these people on Fubo TV? I don't know anyone on Fubo. I mean,
I know one person.
I'm saying, granted, I've been in the U.S. a long time. I don't know not one person in the U.S. I don't know one person in Europe. I don't even know one person in Africa either.
That's probably why they're upset, because they've been at it for almost 10 years and not a lot of people know.
And they got 2 subscribers, Faith's friend and the CEO's mama. That's it. That's their only. But there's a but to this, Faith. When you were reading this to me, and I was looking at this, and I'm like, ooh, they got a point. They do have a valid point. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, they got 2 subscribers. But I don't know.
Here, while you're talking, I'm going to see how many people subscribe to it.
And you can't be talking about Aunt Becky either. Okay. Here's the thing. This new streaming app is a monopoly. Mm-hmm, You're taking the largest sports networks, the networks that all have all the live sports, and they're saying, hey, we're going to come together and put all of our stuff on one app. And in order to get you have to watch it on our app. Well, one, why would you even go to Fubo TV? We don't go to Fubo TV now.
Yeah.
The first thing I said when I heard about this, so many people since this has come out, like, I'm buying it. I don't even care how much it is. It doesn't even matter. Just swipe my card. Here you go. Just take it. Because I'm going to watch it. And for anyone that's trying to come out, how are you going to compete with that? Yeah. Fox, Hulu, ESPN, Disney. It's all there under one app. Mm-hmm. That's for one app, one low price corners the market, and there is no more competition. If those guys all come together, that's 1, 2, 3, the top networks who spend the most money on live sports, they all come together, the consumer loses. Yeah. It's okay if Fox Sports has theirs and ESPN has theirs and Hulu has theirs, and you have to have this app and this app. there's competition. There's competition, which keeps the companies working harder for your business. Makes it so that, hey, I want to watch the Big Ten. I got to go to the Fox Sports app. I know I'm an SEC girl. Oh, I gotta go to the ESPN Disney app. But no, Big Ten, ACC, they got different contracts, but they're all under one app now. Why? You can catch the Georgia game and the Michigan game on one app. It's over. And FuboTV, who not only has to get the rights to these shows, but now, hey, we got to buy these rights and then we got to mark them up. And our markup is going to be less than what we're buying it for. So why would anyone drop $80, $90 on FuboTV when you can get it for $49 or $39?
Right. Okay, so
they're not wrong on their claim. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I found subscribers this.
Okay, and please let me hear this.
As of November of 2023, FuboTV has about 1.9 million paying subscribers globally. Whoa. Including about 1.5 million in North America. Fubo offers at least 175 live channels and other features. So,
who are y'all? Are y'all like in Oklahoma somewhere? Where are they at? They got these Fubo subscribers. I don't know anyone. I know people all around the country. And I'm a sports guy.
Right.
I don't know anyone in Faith, you're the first person I've met that, it's like, I need degrees of separation to find a Fubo subscriber. I know Faith knows Becky.
Faith knows Becky.
Whose cousin mama has Fubo TV that can catch the Georgia game. Wow. So well, you know what? There's a market there for them. And do you see?
I mean, if they have 1.9 million subscribers globally, it makes sense as to why they're so upset about.
Of course, my little 1.9 million subscribers, they're paying $89, and they can go directly to the companies that own the rights to these shows and get it for half the price.
Right.
Bye Fubo. Listen, if you couldn't find a Fubo subscriber now, then imagine what it's going to be when that app comes out. That is it. Like I said, cancel Christmas. It is over. There will be no Christmas at Fubo TV, because why are you going to pay $89 to get the rebroadcast of the broadcast when you can get it? No. Would it shock me that a judge just says this is a monopoly and not allow it? It would not surprise me, because they have a valid claim. It's not about what, I like this whole concept of the app.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely getting the service. But if someone told me that it went away, there was a court injunction that stopped it and everything, it would not surprise me, because this is kind of the definition of what a monopoly is trying to fight against. Now, the defense of that is, hey, anyone can go out and bid for these sports events, or we are not a monopoly. This app just focuses on sports. We're not touching movies. We're not touching television. We're not touching this, and this. And maybe that would be their defense. But there is room for this lawsuit. And it truly does come down to what judge you see and where it's being held, where you see it. Because if you step back, it is truly, this new app is going to be a sports monopoly.
Yep.
When you break it down, it's a sports monopoly. I
Yeah.
hope but some monopolies are good for the general public. And there could be an exception that is done, where, hey, it's good for the American people, so we're gonna allow it. And if they, so it's this
I'd like to see
there
that
it is.
argument.
It's gonna be like Major League Baseball. I believe Major League Baseball and it, I think, are considered a monopoly. There's lots of monopolies out there that are legal, and will they just either ignore it and just put it under the whole broadcast umbrella? Because if they just look at it on a smaller, just on live sports, it's a monopoly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Fubu is asking the courts for a permanent injunction to prevent the joint venture from operating. So,
yeah,
Fubu's trying to be like, cut it.
Listen,
Cut it.
They're trying before, you having a Super Bowl party and your neighbor gonna do this big old Super Bowl party. You're just trying to shut down their Super Bowl party so yours can keep going.
Yeah.
They're just trying. They're not trying to get no money. They're just like, just leave that alone.
Mm-hmm.
I could see how. Wow, the fact that I didn't know enough about Fubu to even know it existed is.
I'm sure now if if they win and the joint streaming service doesn't pan out, you can subscribe to Fubu and get the same thing. So
I don't even know if I can get Fubu.
No?
Here.
Yeah, no, it's globally. You can do it global.
Are you sure? Because different countries have different rules. I get them all anyway. It's called VPN. Just gonna keep it real with you.
You're telling on yourself right now.
A brother got a VPN. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
it said subscribers globally, so I don't know what globally means, but you can get it other than the United States. So
globally, it could be the U.S. and Canada.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
We don't know, but yes, there are some. So I'm very curious on this one. This is one I will definitely keep an eye on this one because I want to see how it turns out.
Yep. So. Goodness gracious, y'all are money. Y'all are just worried about money.
See, this whole day is kind of weird for me because I keep looking around and I'm not used to looking at my office, so I'm looking over at the little statues and I see the GSMC basketball podcast over there, so I'm peeping over there and things. It's just weird having this view.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay, let's move on.
Moving on. When we come back, we're gonna dive into our oddities of the day. Alrighty guys, welcome back. Earlier we were discussing FuboTV suing Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers, and now we're going to be diving into our oddities of the day. Alright. Both are really good, so but pick between one or two.
Ooh, nice. I like when I have choices. Very nice.
You're gonna give me give me a choice?
Just pick a number, 1 or 2.
Oh no, that's I was expecting. Okay.
Oh, you want me to give you headlines?
I thought you were gonna give me the headline. And
yeah,
then
I can do
was
that.
Gonna
I can
pick.
do that. Okay. Hold on. Costco's company CEO said he would. Hold on. Wait, that's not right. Hold on. Let me go back.
Is that number 3?
What?
You said give me between 1 and 2, and you read number 3?
No. I just didn't have the headline on here. Okay. Costco's co-founder once told the company's CEO he would unalive him if he increased the price of the hot dog.
Oh, I know about this one.
That was the first one. And then the second one is a woman is planning to marry an AI hologram who was trained on her past boyfriends.
Oh, that's not even competitive. One's talking about hot dog prices, and the other one is talking about some woman and an AI boyfriend. Have you not met Messy Tate? I want
just wanted to give you options. Okay, well tomorrow we'll talk about the Costco hot dog thing.
We're talking about, a $2 hot dog and a $5 rotisserie chicken. We can toss that out.
Okay, so a woman is planning to marry an AI hologram who was trained on her past boyfriends. A Spanish-Dutch artist named Alicia Framis is planning to marry an AI hologram named Alex in a unique ceremony scheduled for this summer. Alex was trained using data related to Framis's previous romantic partners. Framis, who previously had a relationship with a mannequin named Pierre, will tie the knot with Alex in a ceremony set to take place at the depot.
At Home Depot?
No.
That wouldn't listen to this so far. It wouldn't surprise me if she was an Al Ford at Home Depot.
Set to take place in a museum in the Netherlands, Rotterdam, one of those museums. I just don't want to butcher the name. So, okay. The ceremony will include a unique ritual for the union between a human and an avatar and feature molecular food designed to be enjoyed by both humans and humanoid entities. Framis is designing her own dress as well as the attire for the wedding. For wedding guests. She views the wedding as a representative of a new generation of love, where humans form relationships with holograms, avatars, and robots. While the wedding is considered a form of performance art, Framis believes it raises intriguing questions about the nature of relationships with holographic partners and likening it to obtain a mortgage for a new companion.
Okay. For the mouth breathers out here who have AI boyfriends and girlfriends, you guys need therapy.
Go outside.
Get mad at me all you want. You guys are mouth breathers. If you have a holographic boyfriend or girlfriend and y'all going steady, and yes, I did say steady. And now y'all talking about getting married? That's the dumbest thing ever. That is the dumbest thing ever. Does that make me intolerant? So what? I don't even care.
AI is getting a little out of hand with some of this stuff because there's like apps that you can download to have like an AI friend, and you can pay money for a subscription for your AI friend to be more.
I was just watching this whole thing where people are starting to get AI boyfriends and girlfriends.
Yeah, I think I read this on Reddit. I can't remember where I read it from, but this one guy like called off his engagement with his wife because she had a relationship with an AI.
Okay, whoa, that's another conversation. Okay, Faith. You find out. Isn't that like a gigapet?
A what?
Isn't that like a gigapet where you had the little pet dogs and stuff like that? There was a digital pet, a digipet or something.
Oh, that's
You
gonna drive me
remember those?
insane. Yes, yes, I
Okay.
had one.
Well, your AI boyfriend is just a digidude, okay? You just got a digidude. He's not really your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You need to maybe step away from the computer, put the chicken nuggets down, stop drinking, put your Red Bull and your chicken nuggets down.
Your
Go
Code Red
out.
Mountain Dew.
Drop your Code Red and your pitch black Mountain Dew. Y'all need to go to a club. Y'all need to go to a club and meet some girls.
I know that
Meet
there
some
are
guys.
people who like are socially awkward and like they get nervous when talking to people, but like.
So you go out and you gonna go get you a digigirl?
No, I'm saying don't let that be the result of your social awkwardness. There are plenty of people who are also socially awkward, and you guys could make a great couple together, you know?
If one's awkward and the other one's awkward, you guys can balance each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys can tilt the same way and love can happen. Listen. Hiding with a digital girlfriend or boyfriend doesn't cure the problem. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just giving you my take.
Right.
The
Have y'all
views of
seen
this
that
is
movie?
the views of Andrew Tate. Which one? Humans?
The
Was
one
it the
with
television series Humans?
No. Joaquin, what's his face? He was in a movie with like a robot.
I don't know what I don't.
It was
There's
like a robot
there's been a few
girlfriend,
of them.
AI boyfriend. Hold on.
I know that in Japan, they're putting, you know what the real dolls are?
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about with those? Yes. Well, they're putting artificial intelligence in the real dolls as well.
Great. Have y'all like not?
Do you understand what I'm getting at, Faith? Okay, now your girlfriend is a digitized real doll that you're staying at home, like I said, eating chicken McNuggets, watching TV, and that's your girlfriend. But that doesn't help you adjust to life.
You know,
does it?
Y'all always talk about how like you love the TV show Black Mirror and you think, wow, that's crazy. What if the world ever like came to that? And y'all are getting to the point now where you're making real life like a Black Mirror episode.
We're already here.
Yeah.
And let me circle right back down to the woman on this show. I mean, on the episode.
Mm-hmm.
If I dated her, I got a problem with this woman. I got a problem with her because she's basing this new digital boyfriend off a past boyfriend.
Right. It would kind of be like intellectual property, you know?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So I find out that some of my traits go into her boyfriend, her digital boyfriend. That's kind of like dating me against my consent. That's digital.
Well, with all the things that are going on right now with like AI deep fakes and like, you know, the federal courts are trying to do stuff about that, you know, you could have a lawsuit on your hand with this.
I want my name, image, and likeness rights.
There you go. Give me money. Give me money,
right.
and then
you are not going to be using. Oh yeah, you know, I like that Tate did this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. But I like that Bobby did this, this, and this. And so I'm going to put Tate, Bobby, and Jimmy together and make me this new digital boyfriend. But Tate's not getting any of his rights on his 1/3 of that digital boyfriend.
Imagine what that does to your ego too. Like you dated this girl in the past and she broke up with you and then made her own boyfriend because you weren't good enough.
see, I didn't take it that way. I'm like, first off, she didn't break up with me. If she got a digital boyfriend, chances are I hit her with the deuces. You know, but think about this, Faith. Okay, Forget it as a guy. As a woman, you find out that some guy created a digital or robotic girlfriend based on some of the things they liked about you.
It depends on what those things are.
Exactly. Now, see, I saw the wheels turning. Yeah. Did I not see? You started thinking about that. Am I right?
Things are. Yeah.
Exactly. That is a violation. That's absolutely. Think about it. Because there's a lot of things. Think about what AI can do. It can scan your body. It can take your memories, your voice, a lot of things. Singers are having a problem with, hey, I want to see Michael Jackson sing "Single Ladies" by Beyonce. You know, they're kidnapping. Not kidnapping, but they're stealing people's voices and
identities,
their face,
their whole identities,
their identity. Now they can scan traits. I like her, this, and this, and this, and oh, yeah, she did this too, and I'm gonna put a little bit, throw a little splash of that in there too. No, yeah. That's a violation.
That would be
when I said that, Faith. When I said that, I could totally see your wheels start turning. You were like, "Oh no!"
Depending on what it is, like if you liked my sense of humor and then put my sense of humor in your AI girlfriend, I think I would be okay with that. But you know, if you're using certain body parts of mine, or facial features.
You're picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, that's where I would draw the line.
And Faith, guess what? When you say, oh, I don't mind about my sense of humor, well, she gave me the rights to her sense. She said she had no problem with it. So I added this in, and I thought this in too. Now,
yeah, I wonder
you're not so cool with that.
I wonder if she asked permission of these people, or she just
What do you think?
Anyway. Probably not.
Excuse me, hey. Ex-boyfriend.
It's been a while.
I know we haven't been dating in a while, but the one thing that you do that's kind of cool, I kind of like it. I kind of want to take that and put it into my digi-boyfriend, my digi-man, my digi-dude. I want him to have a smidget of this, and then I'm gonna go over. I'm going over to Robert's house, and I'm getting a little bit of him too. And see, this is me keeping it wholesome, Faith.
Yeah, no, I know. I know.
Right, you understand? You're like, oh, I know.
I understand.
But when your wheels start turning, you start thinking about that. Oh no, that's not cool at all.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Faith, I got a question for you. This conversation way better than a $2 hot dog and a $5 chicken.
I think they could go, I knew that we would be able to talk about either one of them for, as long as we need to. They're just on two different spectrums.
I'm going to shift to the $2, the hot dog thing real quick.
Okay.
I think it's absolutely ingenious what they've done. The first story that she was talking about is the fact that the owner of Costco decided that, hey, do not ever raise the price of their hot dogs. And they also said, do not raise the price of the chickens. Because so many people, millions of people come into Costco and they know, hey, we're going to go walk around and we're going to eat a hot dog and maybe go grocery shopping and all this stuff. And that's all part of the Costco experience. You come there for the $2 hot dog and you leave with the $1,000 TV. You know?
It's called a bargain, if you ask me.
Well, the hot dog was only $2.50. I got a deal on this bad boy.
Yeah.
So it's ingenious. The whole lost leader thing. And I think going as far as to say, when you look at the numbers at how McDonald's numbers have slid since doing away with the dollar menu, I think McDonald's is the one that should have taken that, has really cost themselves. By removing the dollar menu, I think, McDonald's overall profits have dramatically slid. So Costco was saying,
I know, I missed
that's the one thing you can get, and I know people that's like, hey, we're going to walk around and we're going to go to Costco, things like that. Speaking of that, I end up parting ways with a girl once back in the day because of Costco.
Costco?
She was kind of one of those homebodies, and you couldn't get her to go do anything. It'd be like, hey, I bought us tickets to the game. I got us tickets to the concert. Why are we going this trip here? But sample day at Costco, she was ready to go. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I bought us games to go see the A's or the Giants, or to this concert, or we're gonna do a road trip here, or this Airbnb, this bed and breakfast here. I'd rather stay at home. But Costco, let's do sample day. Sample day. I don't got time for sample day.
Count me in.
You know what? You and the samples, y'all go this way. Me going the other way. And I'm not even joking on that. Had to end up parting ways with her because she was game for that. Game for sample day. Sample day, that was her thing.
She liked that $2 hot dog.
She wanted to get Faith. On that one, we leave.
I really need to start thinking before I speak.
It's Monday, Faith. It's all fun and games if Faith gets involved.
The actual. Anyway, I don't think there's any coming back from that. So with that, guys, we're gonna close out the show here. Thank you for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show, presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn it.